When you think about Italy, you immediately think pasta. And I also think about the simplicity of all the flavours that the Italians love to use. So today I'm going to make a really simple pasta dish. We've just got spaghetti and we're going to use a beautiful chicken, parsley, olive oil and Parmesan sauce to go with that. Let's just cut some of our chicken tenderloins into bite-sized pieces. They're just going to get tossed through our lovely lemony, parsley, olive oily, lemon zesty spaghetti. Spaghetti. That's how they say it over there. Whenever I'm in the country that I'm visiting to get food inspiration, I really try very hard with the language. And you know, I think I'm really terrible at it. So let's get a bit of our olive oil in there. Just enough so that our chicken's not going to stick to the pan there. Swizzle it around. Let's get those in there. I'm not going to be concerned if I need to put a little bit more olive oil in my pan just to loosen these up either. And I don't need a lot of colour for this dish on my chicken. I just want to get a little bit of golden brown. So those look great. They're cooked through, so we can just set those aside. They'll be fine. I'm just going to cook my pasta now. It's always really great to use a pretty big pot when you're boiling pasta. Lots of people throw olive oil in with their water. I just don't bother with that. It seems like a real waste of oil. It's better to throw it in afterwards. I don't think it aids in any way it not sticking together. So I just put in a decent amount of salt. So while I'm waiting for that to come to the boil, I can start to prep my sauce. I'm using fantastic Italian parsley today. It is the better one to use for this dish. It's just got that particular flavour. It's more subtle. I just want a very, very fine chop. And so the best way to do that is to take your whole bunch and scrunch it up as much as you can into a tight little ball and then start with a nice big decent knife. That's chopped fine enough for me. It's not chopped fine enough for the restaurant that I worked in Colorado, that's for sure, where my sole job was, I was the parsley girl. All I did was chop parsley all night. They wanted it like dust. They were cruel and horrible. My water is boiling like a mad thing. What you want to do is minimise the temperature dropping. And when this goes in here, it's going to drop the temperature. So I want to get it in there, get the lid back on, and then watch in horror as it boils over. That's pretty much what happens. Get that lid off again. So you're just wanting it all to stay really hot. So let's take about this much pasta. Buy the best quality dried pasta you can afford, whatever that is. Knock it down, give it a bit of a twist, and then we're just going to drop this in our pot. And as it softens, all that happens is those will start to disappear down into the water. So you can see how it's come down to a simmer. Lid goes on, crank that heat if it's not already cranked, and hopefully I've done it in a big enough pot that we won't have an eruption. So I can see that starting to bubble over a little bit, so I'll just pull that off there. I give it one little stir just to kind of encourage it along. So that's fine for it just to keep on bubbling away. Probably around 7 to 8 minutes, depends on what kind of pasta that you've bought.